Sharon Radio, delivering trusted business and financial intelligence.
Excellent day and welcome to Sharon Business Radio, the voice of the economy. We bring you all you need to know about the stock market and the business world right at your doorstep. I am Billy Mwogo. On today's August 11, 2026, news that make headlines. Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has urged auditors general for local governments across Nigeria to adopt artificial intelligence and other digital tools to strengthen financial accountability and curb leakages. Ododo made the call in Lokoja while declaring open the 30th Annual Conference of Auditors General for Local Governments in Nigeria, holding from August 10th to 14th. The governor said increased financial autonomy for local governments must be matched with greater transparency and responsibility in the management of public funds. He challenged auditors to use data analytics, machine learning, and predictive modeling to detect financial anomalies, assess risks, and ensure value for money. Ododo also disclosed that Kogi has commissioned a new state audit house, is equipping its audit institutions with modern technology, and has signed a 4-year agreement on capacity development. The Auditor General for the Federation, Dr. Shaka Kaito Chira, called for stronger digital auditing, cybersecurity, and forensic skills, stressing that AI cannot replace professional judgment and ethical accountability. The Nigerian stock market opened the week on a positive note, with market capitalization crossing the historic 160 trillion naira mark, driven largely by renewed buying interest in Airtel Africa and other stocks. Market capitalization gained 1.91 trillion naira or 1.2% to close at 160.422 trillion naira. The NGX All Share Index also rose by 1.2% to 248,529.75 points, pushing its year-to-date return to 59.71%. Airtel Africa emerged as the most capitalized stock on the exchange, following an 8.59% gain that pushed its market value to about 23.7 trillion naira. However, market breadth remained negative, with 36 stocks declining against 23 gainers. Fortis Global Insurance led the gainers with a 10% increase, while Avo Capital topped the losers chart, shedding 10%. Trading volume fell by over 25%, with 1.137 billion shares worth 27.017 billion naira exchanged in 59,185 days. Analysts at Cowrie Asset Market expect the bullish trend to continue, although profit-taking could slow the pace of gains. And on global market, the US stock index futures edged higher on Tuesday as signs of progress towards reopening the Strait of Hormuz helped ease oil prices, although concerns over inflation remain. Talks between Oman and Iran on reopening shipping through the strategic waterway are reportedly at an advanced stage. According to Qatar's foreign ministry, Brent crude futures turned lower after earlier gaining 2% as investors weigh the potential impact of renewed oil supply on global inflation and interest rates. Attention is now shifting to U.S. consumer and producer inflation data due later this week, which could influence expectations for the Federal Reserve's interest rate decisions in September. Early trading showed Dow futures up 0.5%, X&P 500 futures gaining 0.15%, while Nasdaq 100 futures rose 0.85%. In corporate news, ride platforms jumped more than 17% in pre-market trading following reports of $9 billion cloud computing deal with Anthropic. Intel fell 1% after announcing a $20 billion stock offering, while on dropped more than 16% after missing sales estimates. And that's all we have for you on Sharon Business Radio. For more updates on business, finance, and the economy, follow us on our TikTok, Sharon Radio, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Sharon Business Radio. I'm Billy Mogu. Thank you for listening. Please join us tomorrow.